All right. Hangouts live. Welcome, everybody, to session 2 of the Dead Road. This is our Edge of the Empire / Force and Destiny mini campaign featuring the modular encounter, the Dead Road from Lords of Nar Shaddaa. And I've got 5 excellent players with me today. It'll blast the last session, all kinds of unexpected hijinks. So we'll see what happens this session. But what I'll do is I'll probably just have everybody kind of go around, introduce their character again real quick. And then we will have Tyler do a recap and we will jump right in. But what I think I'll do is I'm going to start on my left. So Anthony, if you want to go ahead and, introduce yourself, your character, and, if you want to say anything, that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm Anthony. And I'm playing a boo-boo, an explorer trader here for lots of money, a bigger prize at the end.
Awesome. And Olga is not with us right now, so she will be unlikely to be able to come in and help. But you never know. Yeah. Awesome. Alrighty. And Colin, if you wanna go next.
So, my name is Colin. I'm playing Tentak, a Klatooinian soldier who was hired on as the extra muscle needed for this job, basically to make sure that all the other guys didn't get themselves shot. That's what I'm for.
Very reasonable. Awesome, thanks. Cool, and Josh, if you want to go.
I am Shadow. I am a gang assassin. Previously under the employ of Gracchus the Hutt, who I reneged on a contract for to save my traveling companion, who is Gazelle, who is a former slave, and we both escaped together. And I have a tattoo.
Yep, and Gracchus is a scary, scary hut, so we may see how that pans out. Cool. All right. Neil, if you'd like to go.
Sure thing. My name's Neil. I'm playing Kazel. He is a Twi'lek marauder. He likes to fuck shit up with his great sword and has a little bit of the Force with him. He was an ex-slave and now is looking for a way to clear his name on Nal Hutta while simultaneously keeping his comrades alive.
Brilliant. All right. Thank you. And last but not least, Tyler.
I am a escapee of the Jedi Temple excursion. Basically, I'm here to try to help people and also be able to heal my companions on my adventures.
Awesome. A noble goal. And yeah, you are the one playing the only Force and Destiny character in the group, so that's exciting.
Sure.
Cool. Well, and with that, if you want, go ahead and give us a little bit of a recap from last session, if you don't mind.
A recap of the last session. Our band of individuals, of reckless individuals, ran around Nar Shaddaa, trying to get work to try to help. But also, we were sent to Nar Shaddaa for a person who was employee or employer, and we found him in our like a tavern / bar.
Yep.
He was wanted or needed to pay off some cat debt to a bunch of bounty hunters, of which we convinced that we would work with. But in the end, the bounty hunters were foiled in their plot to try to just destroy us in our tracks. 2 people were wanted in Nar Shaddaa. We speeded away to the docking bay where we met Gracchus the Hutt. Basically trying to block off our ship from us from escaping. And with Boo Boo's help and a lot of luck, we were able to sneak our way in and trap one of the bounty hunters with us in our ship as we light speed away from Nar Shaddaa and the planet it was on, in which now we are traveling into a asteroid field.
Yeah, yep, absolutely. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, and go ahead and take 2 experience points for the recap. So you can spend those when the session ends, along with any other XP. And yeah, just to add on to that, essentially last session you guys met Jacek, the treasure hunter, who had shown you some proof of this great treasure hoard that's supposedly out in hut space somewhere, but he's only got an incomplete map. So ultimately you guys need to make it to the Pearl, which is a space station in the Eligit system, kind of on the Butana Hutta. But hut space and this particular hyperspace route is a little bit tricky, right? And so you have to make a couple of micro jumps. And so just as you guys were getting out of Nar Shaddaa, and just as the Imperial light cruiser was coming in, the one that Boo Boo would have recognized as the the Imperial that he's, well, got some issues with, is coming in, and you guys managed to jump out of hyperspace, or into hyperspace, I should say. Sorry. And so, Anthony, one more. What was the Imperial officer's name?
That guy's name is Ander Xantos. He is a big
Ander
problem.
Xantos, that's right.
Yeah, don't worry about him.
Yeah. And so we'll pick up where we left off, except we're going to start with a bit of a, not a flashback, but here's what's happening meanwhile on Nar Shaddaa. So you can kind of see, almost as if it's the, the bridge of a Star Destroyer, right? And Darth Vader is watching as the Millennium Falcon, gets away, jumps to light speed. It's something similar to that, right? It's Gracchus the Hutt being told, I'm sorry, the Fearfeck, which is the ship that that our merry band of miscreants has stolen from him, has escaped and jumped to light speed. And Gracchus's major domo looks very nervous, and he also says, "Your Excellency, there is an Imperial here to meet with you. He says you were expecting him." And Gracchus says, "Oh, yes, send him in. And this is in one of his offices, in his manse in Hut Town, which is kind of in the lower levels of sort of the upper district of Nar Shaddaa. And so you can see, this great sort of mahogany double doors open, and this just sort of opulent looking, younger, maybe Imperial officer walk in, all by himself, no guards or anything, escorted by a couple of mean-looking Trandoshans. And he comes in looking not worried at all to be in the presence of not a major Hutt crime lord, but one, a middling level crime lord who has some influence on the Smuggler's Moon. And he comes in, and Gracchus kind of looks to his guards, and he, with his little Hutt hands, kind of motions them out. And he looks to his major domo, who is a human, and large, sort of large sunken eyes. Doesn't look like he's well fed, but he's wearing good clothing and long dark hair. And he says, "This is a private meeting. You are dismissed for now. I will call you back in when I need you." And he says, "Yes, Your Excellency. Very well, very well." Very sycophantic, and he leaves. And as Ander kind of up to Gracchus, and Gracchus is sort of behind this, he's in this little sort of throne, but he's got like a desk in front of him because this is Nar Shaddaa and they do business on Nar Shaddaa, and Ander comes up to him and he says, I got your call. I'm a little disappointed that I get here just as my quarry is jumping into hyperspace. What's up with that? And he says, oh, don't worry, my friend, don't worry. It was not unexpected. We have ways of finding them, don't you worry. But listen, I called you here for more than just that. Last time we spoke, you said you were looking for Bubuzenga. I found Bubuzenga for you, but I must tell you, he's in company with a crew of outlaws that, unfortunately, well, they fit right in here in Nar Shaddaa. And he kind of laughs for a minute. He says, I've put a bounty on their head, but after today's events, I think I may have to raise it a little more. He says, I've hired a bounty hunter to track them down, but we need to talk about what's going to happen if he catches up with them. I understand that this Toydarian, and he goes, and he spits, and then he grabs this little, like, Kowakian monkey lizard that's on his shoulder, and he starts petting it. And he says, I understand that you want this Toydarian taken alive. Is that correct? And Ander looks at him with these sharp eyes, anger kind of just emanating from him, right? And he says, yes, I want him alive. Listen, we don't need to involve bounty hunters, right? I can bring the power of the Empire here. I've got my, my squad of stormtroopers on my ship. I've got TIE fighters. I can handle this. You just let me know what it is that you know, and I'll go get him. He said, no. That is not how we do business here. You know that, Ander. You are impulsive. But that is okay, my friend. That is okay. Listen, needless to say, we've got it taken care of. Stay here. Stay local. You stay in my manse. Everything will be fine. I will alert you when we find them. And just to sort of punctuate his words, there's like a little buzz on his comm link that's, kind of embedded into his chair. And he, you see the hut look down at it, and then he looks back up and he pushes a button, and you see this Barabel enter the room, right? And you guys would know, although you're not actually seeing this, but the audience would know that this is Grail. This is the bounty hunter that was tracking down Jacek from before. And he says, actually, he doesn't say anything. He just comes in, and Gracchus looks at him, and then he gets up from behind his desk, and his dozen or so cybernetic legs, you can kind of hear that little mechanical movement as he still sluggishly moves along, very ponderously, and he comes right up to Grail, completely ignoring Ander for the moment, although Ander is looking at this scene now, not quite sure what's happening. And the hut kind of puts his face real close to the Barabel, and he says, you failed me once. You will not fail me again. I will give you one more opportunity. You did as I asked, right? And he nods his head, the Barabel, and he's trying to put on this front, but you could tell that he's definitely scared. And he says, very well. Then you track them down, and when you find them, you do not destroy them. Disable their ship if you meet them in space. Otherwise, you can take out Shadow, and I'd prefer you bring Kazel back alive. The others I don't care about, except the Toydarian. He must not be harmed. You bring him back, there's an extra reward in it for you. Do you understand? And Barabel just nods. The Barabel just nods, and you can see the hut kind of just limp arm, kind of just like, all right, get out of here. I don't want to, deal with you anymore. And you can kind of see that there was sweat on Anders' brow, and he kind of wipes it a little bit as the hut is looking the other way. He was worried that there was going to be some bloodshed here, and he just didn't want to deal with that. And he's in his nice uniform, not his service uniform. So, and so they kind of, as the camera sort of, fades to black, you can kind of see like them starting to pour some Corellian whiskey and they're drinking and all that. And so as the camera then kind of shifts almost over the city of Nar Shaddaa, you see it go to this spaceport, and you see this black turtle-like ship kind of taking off, right? And you would notice that, anybody who knows ships, this is a Gatroc 720, and it's taking off into orbit. And you can see kind of, through the cockpit a little bit, it's, it's the Barabel, it's Grail flying it. And so he's after his prey, after our crew of the Fearfeck. And so as you see kind of out his viewports, the stars turn into, those star lines as he punches it into hyperspace. The camera cuts back to our ship, to this cramped ship where there are now 6 people on board a ship that really only has passenger capacity for 2. You got, most of the crew now is hanging out in the, in the cargo, container, because it's not very comfortable at all. And there's just simply no room. And as you guys kind of are getting, you're in hyperspace, right? And you get the warning beep on your computer that you're about to reach your destination. You're about to come out of hyperspace. And so as you do, you guys have finally had a moment to like relax, from all the chaos and everything that was going on before. Relax as much as you can, right? Considering that everything that's happened, the fact that you're on the run from this major crime lord, supposedly, or the last thing you saw was an Imperial cruiser coming in, and you've got this treasure hunter who may or may not be completely on the level, taking you to a place you've never been. So go ahead.
I am sorry to interrupt, but we do have a 7th person on this ship.
You do.
Yes, we do.
You do. Not conscious currently.
Not conscious currently, but
Yeah.
But that's the first order that I want to deal with, actually.
Absolutely. I will say though, before you do that, as you guys kind of come out of hyperspace, and it kind of jolts you back into real space, you start noticing this beeping coming from your heads-up display, from your console, right? And it's something, it's not the normal, like, okay, you've just exited your destination and you're kind of looking around. It's not a scanner, right? There doesn't appear to be any ships in range that, or anything. And you're looking out your viewport and you're seeing the asteroid field ahead of you. But this is a sort of an alert on your internal computer system saying that a transmission is being beamed from your ship, that there is a transmission going out from your ship.
all right.
And that's all you know for right now, whoever's piloting, right? That, or whoever's looking at the computers, that you can try to ascertain more information with a computer's check, but you can understand that there is a transmission being sent from your ship.
All right. Does anybody have well, of course, wouldn't the astrogation be also near the area where the pilot's at right now?
Yeah, like if you had been sitting, sort of co-pilot to do astrogation, you would notice this beeping as well. Absolutely.
All right, so it's like, hey, does anybody have anything to deal with this technology? Because I could try, but I'm just wondering if anybody can, like, this beeping is happening and we're transmitting a signal.
Deal with the signal. I'm busy stripping this fucking Trandoshan.
All right, if you find anything interesting,
I'll take it.
I'll. Alrighty.
Nice.
I'll try to computer this is what?
I just made a check.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, let me pull it up here.
I'm a
Oh,
pilot,
yeah.
So I've tried it.
All right,
Nice.
boom. I didn't set any difficulty yet, but let me just go ahead and I'll just put in the difficulty here, and we'll see how it does its thing.
That's a
It's just
ridiculous check,
simple-
though.
Yeah, it is.
Totally ridiculous check.
But you got a really good. Outcome.
I'm just like,
There
fuck
we
this
are.
shit, and I just start pressing everything.
All right, so you still succeed with 3 advantage. So yeah, so what happens is you end up noticing that there is a transponder, or like a transponder connected to your normal ship's transponder within the engine bay that is beaming a signal back to Nar Shaddaa.
Oh,
This is one of those situations where, because of where it's located, you can't turn it off with computers. You would have to literally go out onto the hull of your ship and like use some mechanics to take it off. The best that you sort of can think about when, like, something maybe you could do inside the ship, you might be able to slow the signal down by using your computer's knowledge.
Alright. So might want to slow it down the transmission, like the signal strength. So if also, other than that, maybe we could jump to a different planet first, land down on the surface, and try to get it off of our ship before we go to our destination, so that he doesn't straight.
That's a great idea.
So we don't have him. We can misdirect him in a way.
Yeah, great idea.
You
All
guys
about
are
it.
pretty good with mechanics. All right, let's go with that.
Answer.
Well, yeah, so you guys could totally try to like go to another planet. The thing is that this is hut space, and when you're in hut space, a lot of the time, unless you're going to one of the major planets, necessarily want you here. And you guys are currently in the Bhutana Hutta, which is somewhere that is very heavily restricted within hut space. So basically what you're doing, and Jacek would shaking his head, no, we can't land on a planet, because if you get caught by the huts here, you're going to have some explaining to do.
Yeah.
Ultimately, the final destination of where you're going to is off limits. It's an abandoned hut planet from what the legends say. So if you were caught going there, you'd all be enslaved, if not killed.
What kind of supplies do we have? Could we make it to a planet further away? Like, because if we could like go somewhere outside of the Bhutana Hutta to land, if we have the supplies, that'd be good.
You can, yeah. I will say that the fact that you still had 3 advantage, or Shadow did anyway, on the computer, you would know that this signal is being beamed back to Nar Shaddaa, and it's sending a signal basically every like 5 minutes or so.
Mm-hmm.
Which means that anywhere you go, anybody pursuing you is going to know right where you are, right?
Right.
So there's 2 things that you could do. You could try to remove it. If you do it here, then you're in a position where you've jumped to an asteroid field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you could at least slow it down, or you could attempt to slow the signal down so that you might buy yourself enough time to get to where you're going.
While they're all like discussing this pilot stuff in the front, Boo Boo understands there's a beacon of some type. And you all would see him kind of like smacking. He'd be like tying something to the knocked out guy, and he'd be like talking to him, smacking him in the face. Hey, wake up! Boo Boo needs you to go outside and remove something from the hangar, from the ship. Hey, wake up! Wake up! Need you to go outside and pick up the little thingy.
You're talking to the Trandoshan that you're talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got him stripped down at this point. Like he's naked essentially. So like he's slapping a naked dude.
Yeah. Hey,
Okay.
wake up.
Dude.
That's cold. Yeah, all right. I mean, so yeah, go ahead and I don't know, how well did you knock the guy out? I mean, you hit him pretty hard, right? Like
I mean,
maybe,
I punched
Oh yeah.
and then I activated repulsors in my
yeah.
So
So
this guy got knocked cold.
yeah. So I'm thinking like to be able to wake him up, you might have to make like some kind of medicine check. Potentially you can
Fine.
use impact. That might do it.
Alrighty.
Hey,
am I
magic
hearing all
person.
this?
Wake him up.
Are we? Is the
Medic!
pilot
Medic!
location
Come back.
very far away from the computers?
So this is a fairly small ship, right? So you and Shadow would be in the cockpit, right? Shadow
Yeah.
would have just been like, deal with the signal, right? But in the back, they probably would have heard this, right? Because there's a beeping over the intercom, right? And
Yeah.
it's not that far because you don't have a very big cargo. But you guys are literally like almost all kind of crammed on top of each other. So you'd be hearing Boo Boo like, wake them up, you need to go outside, you know, kind of thing. But you wouldn't be immediately there.
All right. It's like, all right. Which one do we need to do? Should we get him to take care of this whole beacon, or do we want to just slow this down? Or can
Boo-boo,
you slow
aren't
it
you-
down, sir?
Good with machines, isn't that your thing?
Yeah,
That's
I'm
not-
gonna go with machines. I'm gonna send him out on the little rope, and I'm telling him how to remove it. And Boo Boo will make sure this is all good. Now, whether he comes back and he or not is not my problem.
All right, I'm gonna bring the ship to a stop, and we're just gonna kind of hover for the moment.
Okay. Yeah, and so as you do that, you're kind of looking at the asteroid field ahead of you, and very much like that scene in New Hope where you see the asteroid field that used to be Alderaan. It's very similar to that. There's some really great big asteroids, very slow moving. There's a bunch of little ones. It would be difficult to go in there and not get damaged. But there are certainly a few larger ones that you think you could get up next to, or you could land on even if you needed to, but without too much trouble.
All right. So as he's doing that, I'm gonna say, fine. I'm gonna go get this guy up so he can work on this problem, or maybe cancel it out entirely. Is that okay with you, pilot?
Yeah, and I want to be there with you, so I can ask him, politely.
Politely, what?
So I want to be there when you wake him up, so I can, ask him, politely.
Yeah. All right. I go over to him. I'm gonna do a medicine check now.
Okay, that's fine. Let me set the difficulty here, and yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm gonna set it as a standard too. I'm going to impose a setback as well, though, because everything is so cramped that you're kind of having to like get out of the way, whatever, and it's a little difficult. So hard to concentrate, and it smells bad too. So yeah, go ahead whenever you're ready.
So Kazel wants to push everyone else back while this is happening to make sure he's like the next guy that has access to him.
Gosh.
Right. Well, and you'll notice that whatever Ray did seems to have no effect on this Trandoshan.
Gosh.
Kazel will whisper to her, like, just like quietly in her ear, use the Force.
Fine, I'll try
You gotta
to
wake it up. What's going on?
I'll do it this time. I'll use the Force to try to.
Okay.
What do you mean
And I think your healing power doesn't necessarily require you to roll. I think I think you do have to roll to see if you get a white side point, and then if you do, you can commit it. So just go ahead and straight roll. Does it give you the ability to just roll a Force dice on your sheet?
Well, I don't. I didn't do heal because that's 15 experience points, so I had move.
Oh, okay.
So
Oh, you have move instead. Okay, so you can't then. All
I
right.
can't.
So then I'll tell you what. If anybody has a stim pack, if you just use
I do have a stim pack. I have a stim pack.
Okay.
All right. I just use.
Yeah.
I don't get frustrated, but I was like, I look at him. It's like whoever you said that. It's like, all right, I'll use a stim pack, and bam.
Okay.
All right.
Brilliant. So yeah, so you use the stim pack right in the side of his neck, and he kind of lurches up, and you have to like leap back a little bit to not get inadvertently headbutted by this thing. And he kind of, and he's really like the stimulants are just, and his eyes are kind of bulging out of his head, and you can see like the veins in his humongous arms just like rippling. And yeah, like he's literally like lunging up.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
I have my repeater stuck right in his face.
Okay. Yeah, and so as he notices that, and he kind of looks around and realizes what's happening, he kind of holds his hands up a little bit, and he starts kind of cursing a little bit under his breath in Trandoshan, and then says, "You've made a big mistake. What is it that you want from me?"
You know what?
No mistake.
I don't care about your threats right now because I'm the one with the gun in your face. So listen up. We have something on the outside of our ship that needs to be.
Hold on, Shadow. Hold on. I'll talk to him. Go fly. This is fine. We can do this.
I know we can.
Listen, friend. Don't worry about this gun. He's not going to shoot you. You want to help us. In fact, you want to help us remove this transponder, and I'm going to use...
Oh, he bounced out.
Oh yeah, you cut out there for a minute. Did he drop from the hangout too?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Just at that
Oh man,
moment when
click
he's
finger.
gonna use the
I'm gonna use. Boop.
force. Dun dun dun.
Okay, Shadow. Peace. I'm out.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy. All right. All right. Nice. Yeah.
Whoa. What? He's the force.
So, for anybody who might be watching, we lost Neil from the hangout, but we still got Roll20 open. So you want to use the dark side? Oh man. So hopefully we'll be able to get Neil back in here. But in the meantime, we'll resolve that in just a minute. But I'm going to say that as he's talking to him, he's trying to explain things, and you guys, the rest of you guys who are there right now, see that maybe it's not going so well. But Neil, you back?
Yes. Sorry.
Awesome.
Hooray.
No problem. That's okay. So you roll the dark side, Pip.
Yep.
Do you want to call on the dark side of the force?
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
Alrighty. So go ahead and take a point of strain, and go ahead and use a dark side, or sorry, a light side point for me.
So my one question is, did we recover strain since last time?
Yes. Yep. You would have recovered all strain from last time, and
Okay.
I think you guys also had reduced strain thresholds. Those go back
Yeah.
up to whatever they normally were.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yep. So yeah, I'm just trying to like influence this guy. Like you want to help us.
Yeah. Now, because you are drawing on the dark side of the force, right? That's usually fueled by anger, aggression, fear, whatever. And I would imagine that would sort of manifest itself, in how you approach this. So like how does that sort of work with your character? Like, what does that look like, so to speak?
So like, the way that would manifest itself is like, Cazell is drawing on his own fear, which is largely based in the past, but like at this moment is based in the present as well.
Mhm.
Like, so like the echo from the past is his fear of the electro whips of the Zygerians, And more recently, it's the fear of Gracchus and his men finding them.
Okay.
And he's just like influencing this fear into this guy, so that way he is afraid enough of us to, like, you know, take us up on our offer.
Yeah, for sure. And it definitely works. And I forget, did you take one of the upgrades too on the influence power?
Yeah, I did.
Which one did you take? Magnitude?
I took.
You remember?
Let's see. I have to go to the page. I took an upgrade.
Might have been the control upgrade.
Yeah, it was a control.
Oh yeah, never mind. In this case, it wouldn't apply anyway because you're using dark side. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you do that, and you can see, and all of you guys would see that, like, he is visibly frightened at the word, as Cazell maybe is like, you know, almost like growling this out to him, you know, and yeah, and Ray, you would definitely sense like the dark side of the force is strong here. Neil, did you use the light side point for that?
No, I did not.
Okay, can you go ahead and click on that on your sheet?
Yes, I can.
Thank you, because that is one of the downsides of drawing on the dark side.
I can definitely do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty, and so thank you. So he says, "Fine. What is it they need me to do?"
We need you to go outside of our ship, find the transponder set by your boss, Gracchus, and remove it. Then come back in to where you will be safe from all harm.
And he kind of looks at you. He's like, "Well, all right, but I'm not much of a mechanic. Do you? I assume you have tools and you have an EVA suit."
Do we have an EVA suit?
Yeah, I would say that you'd at least have one. I mean, that would be standard on a ship.
In which case, I'll just, you know, like gesture to where they are.
Okay. And he's like, "And where is it? Where is it located on the ship?"
You would know. I assume you would know, unless Shadow. Do you know?
Did my computers check give me any information on that?
It did, yeah. It's basically so the way that like ships work in Star Wars is that the transponder code that they give off is located like in the sort of in the engine compartment, like within the ion engines, and so and that's not something they're like, it's like a sealed unit, so you can't just like hack it. So yeah, it would be, he would have to go to the back of the ship and like kind of, you know, pull off some of the deck plating and go in and try to like do stuff, you know. And it's not an easy thing to do by any means.
Is it something that if he fails to do properly, can he just blast it?
Maybe, but that could damage your transponder as well, and that could be bad when you get to any kind of port.
Right.
Do we want to give this guy a weapon anyway?
No, no.
I mean, we could give him a weak one.
Fair.
But
Minor big, no, I'm not too worried about it.
So if you, yeah, so I mean, if you want, you can tell him that. Yeah, you know, it's at the, you know, it's in the engine compartment. Boo, do you have any skill in mechanics?
Yeah, I have. He has 3.
Okay, so you would so you have like at least one rank in it.
No, 3 green.
Oh, 3 green. Okay. So you might know, and Shadow, you might know as well, just because, you know, you're kind of used to ships, that this is something that is not going to be an easy thing at all to do mechanically, especially if he is having to go out on the ship. And this guy is somewhat hostile. Like, even though he's afraid, it's not like in his best interest to try to do this. So just understand that this would be a really difficult check.
Can I try to convince him that it's in his best interest?
Certainly, and you may be able to give like a boost die or something if that happened, but it's still going to be base pretty hard. And he tells you, he's like, listen, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just an enforcer. Like, I don't know if I can do this.
I want to just be like, listen, I have faith in you. Like, you're going to do this really well, and everything's going to work out really well for you after you do so. And I'll make a charm check on that, I guess.
All right, yeah, give me just a second here. I'll give you a boost dice because you've already kind of influenced him a little bit. Okay, he doesn't have any additional stuff here. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
All right. So that'll give him a boost on his check when he goes out to do that, and he's like, fine, I'll do my best. And so he kind of gets on the EVA suit, and you guys hand him like a little, a couple of tools, like a spanner, whatever.
Could we give him like a comm link so he could so I could assist him, and then if I have better mechanics than he does, like he would get my, like I would be talking him through the steps.
I don't have.
Yeah,
one,
but you don't have any ranks in mechanics though, right?
Not to skill, no.
Okay, so it won't necessarily. You won't be able to necessarily then use your dice pool for that because yours really isn't any better than his. However, you could try to aid him and give him a boost dice, certainly.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fine. Like if one of you guys wants to give him, one of your comm links, you could certainly do that. And that could either connect back to the ship's comms because you could connect them that way, or you could just connect to each other.
Yeah. Boo Boo will hand him his comm link. Go outside. You call me in here, and we will work it all out.
He's like, all right, but listen, I need you to understand, I'm not much of a mechanic, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I can do this, but if I can't, don't kill me, all right?
You and Bobo can do this. You got this. I trust you.
I go up to him and I just look him in the eye and I'd say, if you can't do it, that's fine. If you try and mess anything else up while you're out there, that is not fine.
He's like, fine, I got it. And, he kind of like walks out to, the part of the ship where like, the loading ramp or whatever. And you guys kind of close the blast door or not the blast door, but the door that will seal off the ship from Atmo. And, he kind of rigs up this little like tether or whatever. And I would imagine Boo Boo is like on the other side and he like pushes the button to open the ramp. And you kind of see, the gravity kind of go and the thug starts to float a little bit. And he kind of like pulls himself up onto, the ship and he's going back and he says, you get over the comm link. I don't know if I can do this. The sublight engines are still turned on. I can't get close enough to it without, it's too hot and the radiation be too much. I'm not sure I can do this.
Cut the engines.
I thought I already did.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Did you completely turn them off, or did you kind of just go into like, they're not like blasting, but because the standard procedure is you keep the sublights running.
Oh yeah.
They just aren't,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. I go back up into the cockpit, engines, but I stay in the seat just so I can watch our surroundings.
Okay, but so you do cut the engines? Yeah. Okay. So as you cut the engines, you guys basically you're down to life support and gravity only on the ship.
Yeah.
You got emergency lighting on. You still have life support, but it's limited. so he's going to have to act quick. And gravity is still on for now, but that won't last very long. So you've turned the engines off, and you're kind of looking out the viewport, right? And then you get over the comlink, Boo Boo. All right, thanks. I think I can go. Do you have any idea, like maybe where I should be looking?
By the engines. Over there. Look for the engines underneath the plate.
He's like, have you ever seen the back of a ship? There's lots of plates. I don't know what to do.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, where's it? I don't know what plate. I'm asking like the other crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we
I
would
put my
know.
axe on.
Not necessarily. I mean, maybe, you know.
Well,
My-
at the very least, where each plate is, you know, like,
Yeah.
because we painted this bad boy at the very least.
That's true.
My 3 advantages didn't let me know where it's at.
Not necessarily. Well, that's fine. Also, you know the ship well enough to kind of understand generally where it would be. Yeah, so that's fine. You can kind of relate to him that, like, if you go kind of, you know, up on the top of the hull, right behind, you know, the engine compartments, right next to the, you know, the scanner dish, there should be a plate there, and you can pull that up, and you should be able to see the transponder, you know, array or whatever in there.
Okay, Boo Boo relays kind of all that to the guy. Do you see it? He's got to be there, no?
He's like, yeah, I think I see it. I think I see something.
Okay.
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
the
I got
delicate
it.
part. Use the spanner, go in from the 9 o'clock, and turn slightly.
All right, and what I'm gonna have you do is I'm gonna have you make a mechanics check for me. But this is gonna be against 3 difficulty because you're sort of not familiar with the ship so much and whatever. And I'm also gonna impose a setback because this is like a kind of a tense situation.
Okay.
Your engines are off, everything, whatever. So this is gonna be pretty tough. Now, if you want to, you know, use a destiny
give
point
him
or
a
whatever,
boost?
you can. Well, so that's the point. He's sort of trying to give the thug a boost, essentially.
But can I give him a boost to give him a boost? Like,
Maybe how would you propose to do that?
I would propose to do that just like by, you know, telling him like, listen, like you just need to go into this section of the ship. Tell him to act very gently. Like, we don't need to injure anything. Like, mostly this boost is to like avoid injury.
Boo Boo, forget. Do not touch red wire. It's not good for nobody.
Yeah, I just want to avoid our ship getting hurt.
That's
like,
true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I won't make you roll for it. I'll go ahead and add a boost onto the check as well.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
added the setback into 3 difficulty. And then I'm going to roll mechanics, right?
Okay, hold on. So yeah, normally I'll add those in, but that's fine. In fact, do you want to add your boost as well
yeah, I can
in
do
that
that.
case?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I've cleared out my dice pool then. So yeah, you go ahead and roll.
Also, I got my respirator on now.
Ooh, buddy, it's not good.
Okay. Yeah, so you definitely don't give him a
boost.
In fact, with that many failures, I'm gonna say that you kind of relay some bad information to him. So I'm also gonna give a setback for that. However, not a setback. Actually, I think I'm gonna use that to upgrade his difficulty a little bit. But you do have one advantage. So I don't know. I mean, can you think of anything you might want to do with that?
Pass that on as a boost.
Let's see here.
So those typically go to your allies, and he's not exactly your ally. In this case, I can't see it making sense that you could give him a boost. Only just the way the fiction is played out.
Maybe use it to make sure our engines don't get shot.
Yeah, Boo Boo's just going to be kind of like by the controls, making sure nothing goes wrong when he's on the comm. So if anything, he would be able to react quickly
Okay.
He's alert.
Okay. All right, yeah, that's perfect. And in fact, what I'll say is you sort of notice that you guys, because you're no longer your repulsor engines are not turned on, you're starting to drift a little bit into the asteroid field. You're not in any immediate danger from asteroids, but you realize that if he doesn't act quickly, things aren't going to go well.
Yeah.
That's why I stayed in the cockpit, because I'm not very concerned about his life at the moment.
Yeah, no doubt. All right.
So, it's like, so.
Hey, look, buddy, we gotta move. We're drifting into the asteroids. Boom, boom for everybody. Bad juju.
Yeah, he's like, oh, okay, I'll do my best. I'll do my best. And he's starting to freak out a little bit here for sure. All right, so let me go ahead. Oh, this is gonna be hard, guys. He's not very intelligent. All right, he's got a boost from before, but I've also said that I was upgrading from the 3 failures. You just said, hurry up, we're drifting into an asteroid field, so that freaks him out a little bit, so I'm going to give him a setback as well.
You guys never let me talk. Don't fuck everything up.
Oh, listen, this is a horrendously bad plan, so it's all right. Don't worry about it. Let's see how this turns out.
Agree.
Oh, no.
I hate you guys.
So here's what happens. He's trying to kind of jimmy this thing, right? And all you can hear, Boo Boo, is this clang, clang, clang. Like like you get the impression he's like hitting it at this point. Like he can't, maybe he doesn't have the right tools or whatever. And you can hear him cursing in Trandoshan. And then all of a sudden you hear him, you hear this like, and then you hear, oh no, help. And you kind of, as you, you wouldn't see anything necessarily, but Shadow, you kind of end up seeing, because your ship is drifting a little bit, and as your viewport sort of starts turning towards where the back where you guys were, you see the Trandoshan sort of floating off into space, like, and you hear him yelling, "Quick, come and get me, help!"
All right.
Over the dank
with that
implant.
scenario,
Take off.
No. With that scenario, I was like, no, stop. No, don't do that. No.
This is over the dank implant. This is silent. So,
stop it.
Just
No.
mind some minds.
No. I basically, as he's like, no. Calm, patience, and we'll be able to get this done. And all of a sudden, I go over to where our pilot's at, and I try to draw in the force to try to move him.
So you can't necessarily move a human size, silhouette one with the move power as you have it right now. But are you trying to sort of distract him or something? Like maybe you could use your force power to move something in the ship to sort of distract him?
Or maybe
Distract
just nudge
who?
him.
Yeah, or you could try to take something and beam him on the head with it, knock him out. I mean, I could see a panel or something falling down. I mean, on the Millennium Falcon, shit's falling apart all the time.
Yeah, I'll do that to distract him.
To distract, who are you distracting? The pilot?
Yep.
Why are you distracting me?
So that you don't take off.
I was gonna go get him.
Definitely over the gank implant. Take off, go.
I'm a man of honor. He did
Should
not fuck anything up, so I'm not gonna let him get spaced if I don't have to.
All right.
Fine. Do we have another suit?
Or not?
Yeah, I would say you have at least 2 suits because it's basically there's a passenger capacity of 2. However, so let me ask you this. So Shadow, do you turn the sublight engines back on?
Yes.
Okay. As soon as you do that, you start getting this signal coming to your computer again. It seems as though there is a transmission from somewhere trying, an incoming transmission coming into your computer. Somebody's trying to hail you, essentially.
Oh, God damn it.
Do you want to accept and sort of listen to the...
Answer the call.
Yes.
All right. So as you kind of accept the message, right, it says, and it sounds almost like it's like recorded at this point, but it says, "Attention, any vessel within range of this transmission, we are in need of assistance. Our ship was ambushed by slavers, and we're dangerously close to losing life support. I repeat, anyone within range, we are in need of immediate assistance." And the message cuts out. But your sensors have actually located the source of the distress beacon, and it seems that it's a ship like right inside the asteroid field. You get the impression that there might be something in there. And actually, as you kind of, your sensors are picking other things up, they're picking up signatures other than just asteroids, right? Like there's the one power signature that it can pick up of that ship, but it seems as though there might be other like derelict ships or something in there. So you're getting the impression that this might be like a salvage crew or something like that.
Okay.
Do we all hear that? Since we're close?
Yeah, that would be, yeah. Well, I mean, not potentially, yeah, because the ship's not that big, but definitely anybody in the cockpit would have heard.
All right. I tell him, I was like, let's quickly as possible get this guy back on into our hull and tie him up. But I would say, like, get just enough so he can hit or get into the link. Like, of course, he's drifting into space, correct? Is he still connected to the link?
No. Well, yeah. I mean, he's got his comm link. He's just kind of screaming, "Come and get me! Come and get me!"
No. But is it? No, but that's not the link I'm talking about. It's the link that he's tethered to.
No, his tether broke.
Oh, his tether broke. So all right,
that's why he's drifting off into space.
All right, instead of doing so, he's still in space and the wire is still there. I'm trying to say, like, get next to him, so say, hey, if he can actually get to the cord that he broke off, so that if he gets close enough, we can actually. I was like, I think I could do something. I tried to.
If you let me, that's what I was gonna do.
Is it a small item? Is that a small item?
I'm going to get him. Like, fuck this. I am getting that guy because we need to go deal with these slavers. Like,
the distress beacon that you got wasn't saying that they were slavers. It's just saying that they may have been attacked by slavers.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. But to Gazelle, that's the same thing. Like,
yeah.
Boo Boo yells.
all about it.
Make sure you bring him in one piece. I need him. We can make a big money selling them to the slavers.
What? How dare you, sir?
What?
Hey, I'm just saying.
Like, one of his van blades on his wrist just like comes out like as he clenches his fist. How dare you?
All right. We'll kill Boo Boo later. Let's get this guy first.
All right.
Yes. And he's still getting like his suit on very fast, like as fast as possible. But yeah.
Nice.
So I fly over to him and try and get as close as possible.
What do we have to do to get this guy? Is the question.
So you just make a piloting check. I'm just gonna put it against just a standard average 2 difficulty. Is like, you're probably better off to like lower the landing ramp and just kind of like maneuver, up to him. You can certainly though, Ray, you can certainly try to use the force to like kind of. The problem is that the cable that snapped, that's going to be fairly difficult, but you could certainly attempt that. And I think together, if you want to use the force to do that, I'll say that'll add a boost dice to the piloting check.
All right. Let's see if it actually happens, though.
Probably not going to need it. I'm really good at piloting.
Okay. I know. Should I just do that?
Yeah, that's fine. So you can just commit a force dice. So you basically just can't use the force while you're concentrating. And yeah, you would like sort of reach out with the force with your feelings and like, well, let's see how the piloting check turns out first, but then we'll resolve the force. Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna try and get ahead of him and aim it so he hits the cargo ramp.
All right. Perfect.
Yeah, I think that'll work.
Yeah, I think that you do so well that Ray, you almost don't even need to use the force, but you do, like, and so Shadow pilots it so well that he basically is just like gonna drift right into the into the cargo hold.
Yeah.
And just as he's doing that, you kind of like use the force and like his cable kind of tethers on to a part of the ship and it pulls him in and closes it up. Now, Cazell, I think I picked on you last time, but I'm triggering your obligation again because of the slavers. You're thinking about this, like this is weighing very heavily on your mind. Like, man, slavers, like they said slavers, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't care about this Trandoshan. We got to go help these people, kind of thing.
Abso-fucking-lutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So same thing. Reduce your strain threshold by 2. And you guys notice this too. Like, you realize Cazell's very agitated, and so you guys will go ahead and reduce your strain thresholds by 1.
Yeah, he's very verbally like about this. Like, no, we need to deal with slavers. We need to deal with them.
Hey, Cazell, we're gonna go take care of it. Don't worry.
And I'm curious, Tentak, what are you feeling about this situation? And especially now that this Trandoshan is now back in the hold. Nobody's gone to get him yet, but how are you feeling about this?
For me, it's like I'm a passenger in space. I've always been a passenger in space, and when there is a fight in space, I've been known to wreak havoc. However, most of these shenanigans and like spacewalking and deciding who needs to go where to help who, that's always been above my pay grade. So I've never really paid that much attention.
Alrighty. Excellent. So that's fine. Yeah, that makes sense. You're like, look, I'm just here to shoot things. Like, you guys do what you got to do. That's cool.
Just point my gun in the right direction and I'll do your dirty work. I have no problem with that.
Awesome. Okay.
My kind of people.
Yeah.
Cazell will actually say to him, like, I will give you half of my cut from this job if we can fucking ruin these slavers' day.
I got no problem fighting slavers. Got no problem fighting with slavers if they pay, but I got no problem fighting slavers.
Good. You have half my take.
All right, we
ruin
got
these guys.
we got him on board, so I'm gonna start heading over to the signal. Is there anything on my sensors that makes it seem like there might be, more like this, that this might be an ambush?
On your sensors, no, not at all. If you wanted to, I mean, not on just your basic sensor check. If you wanted to do like a sensor sweep, you can. You could do a. It would just be like an average difficulty computers check, or you could do like a a hard perception check if you wanted.
I'm equally skilled in both, so I'm gonna do a computer sweep or a sensor sweep.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. And I'm not going to impose any kind of setback or anything. So it's just a straight up 2 difficulty here.
All right.
And I've added that, so. Okay.
Well,
so you got a crap ton of advantage, but your sensors don't necessarily pick up or give you any indication that there's anything other than this one sort of barely active ship. But you could pilot right to it. I mean, you can go in. And I'll say, if you want, that maybe like with all that advantage, like you'll be able to pilot right in without any trouble whatsoever.
Okay. And I'm also gonna tell Cazell to go get on the guns just in case.
Okay.
Oh, just in case no one is
goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna retie the Trandoshan and secure him back into the hold.
Okay. Absolutely.
Cazell is in the guns, like there in a second, like
Sure.
fucking ready.
Also, can I try as well to do? It's like he didn't succeed, but I was thinking if I can try.
You want to do well. So theoretically, but basically, this is how the situation would have played out, right? Like he probably would have been like you would have noticed that he made a sensor check, and he probably would have been like, "Oh, there's nothing out there." If you're suspicious of something, you can certainly act on that. If you wanted to make another sensor sweep, you could, but he's basically already said, "Look, I've done a sensor sweep. There's nothing out there." You know, you could potentially make a perception roll if you wanted to.
All right, I'll do a perception roll then.
All right, so that's going to be against a difficulty 3, which I'll set. But I'm also going to impose one setback as well because you know, maybe with the tenseness of the situation and with the fact that he's just like, look, we're going. The sensors showed everything was fine. You know, there's that. So yeah, go ahead and roll perception. If you want, you can of course upgrade, but
I'll upgrade if everybody is okay with that.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Always good to know what we're getting into.
All right, I'll do an upgrade then.
okay,
So just use the light
perfect.
side.
And yeah, do you are you able to? Yep, go ahead and use your light side. And are you able to click the upgrade button? Actually, you know what? I'll do it. Never mind. I got it set here. So yeah, go ahead and make your roll.
Oh man.
Wow, that's brutal. Okay,
That is
so all right, and I got a lot of dark side points to play with. Okay, cool.
Ah.
So let's see. So yeah, so you kind of maybe, you know, you're sort of scanning out the viewport, and as you're getting closer and closer, right? Like you see the ship, and this is a like it's an old what is it? Sawantech T1200, I think. It's like a Hut made ship. You know, very common in Hut space. It's, you know, it's a sort of a larger freighter ship, and as you're kind of getting in closer and closer to it, you can see it doesn't look very good. It looks like it's in bad shape. It looks like there's, you know, like gas or air or something venting from
Yeah.
parts of it, you know, just a little bit. It looks like there might be some, you know, some scorch marks on it. You get the impression that there may have been some initial, like, you know, firefight or whatever, but and then maybe they got boarded.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Great.
And so, but yeah, if you want, Shadow, you're able to just pull right up to the ship, glide in super smooth, and just dock with it if you want to.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Go ahead and do that.
Okay. Perfect. Excellent. All right. So as you do that, you kind of, you know, dock. And, you know, as sort of the airlock cycles, you know, opens, what are you guys doing? Are you going to kind of all go into the other ship, or like how are you guys sort of planning on proceeding?
I will lead the boarding party just to make sure that there's no surprises.
Cazell is like rearing to go on this, so like
Yeah.
if he's going first, like that's fine, but like he's pushing him forward.
Yeah.
Hey, Boo Boo, you want to watch the ship?
Yeah, Boo Boo like it here. I make sure it's safe.
All right.
All right. And Shadow, I assume you're going to go as well?
Yeah. I have my gun up and everything.
All right. Nice. Ray, what about you?
I have my sword out too, so
Okay.
Basically, I just look around. It's like, I think I should go with the boarding party, but would it be better off for me to stay with the near the ship, so then the other bounty
That
hunter
depends.
doesn't really escape?
do you hate slavers? If you hate slavers, come with us.
I don't hate slavers. I just I don't like slavers.
Well,
I think if we just keep Boo Boo on the ship, keep the door sealed, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, and also potentially, Ray, I mean, if there is anything over there, like if there's any survivors over there, they might be injured.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
you know.
It's like, I should go with them just
Yeah.
to make sure they can heal.
Yep, absolutely. Okay, great. And so this whole time, Jacek is like, "This is a bad idea. I'm staying on the ship. Do not go over there. We don't know who these people are. This is none of our business. Like, we got to get to. What are you doing?"
Jacek, shut up.
Boo Boo kind of goes, he's right. We here for the money. We have no room for people here. It's too tight.
Cazell just brandishes his sword at them and is
Hey,
like,
Cadell.
I don't mean, hey, whoa, buddy, calm it down, chill.
It's like,
We have a
yeah.
"You stay out of this."
transponders on the craft and letting them know we're here.
I put my.
Do you guys want them to know that we're here entirely by yelling here?
Yeah.
I kind of give them the point. It's like, do we really want to just argue right now? Let's just all of us. Let's do our job. Try to do. We're already in this. We're already docked. We're good.
I put my hand on Cazell's shoulder.
If anyone is on the ship, they already know we're here. The docking isn't silent.
Yeah.
I've had enough
Yeah.
boarding parties. I know.
I put my hand on Cazell's shoulder and I'm like, it's all right, dude. We're gonna go get him. We got this.
We will. We got this. All right. I trust
Also-
you.
We just don't need to.
Also,
We don't need to kill our Toydarian.
no. But
We're
also,
not
Fair
for the fighting. I'm
Fair
a stick.
point.
all right. But as you're doing this, yeah, I think you should have that other guy try to attempt to fix or try to get that beacon off. Is that a good idea?
Considering what happened last time, I'm thinking probably not.
Yeah.
Jacek, you do it.
Listen,
Jacek,
I'm not.
deal with it.
To give that another shot.
Jacek says, "No, listen, I'm not a mechanic. I'm not going out on the ship. I'm here for one thing. I'm here to get you guys to the treasure. You're here to help me get it. If you go off and do this other business, do what you got to do. But I don't need part of this."
Fine. You watch the Trandoshan. Boo Boo, you deal with the transponder.
A Boo Boo out there?
Yeah,
Yes.
You
And
either come
also-
out there or you come in here.
you would realize too that the EVA suits are for humans, they wouldn't necessarily fit a Toydarian very well.
We'll worry about the transponder later. We got
Fine.
more.
Yeah, I was just putting everything out there. But anyway, let's
Oh,
keep
yeah.
going. I get my
Yeah, I'm not-
blaster
not
out
willing-
and ready.
I'm not willing to screw my ship up anymore.
I will try to slow it down while you're there. I will
Good
work on the computer.
That works. That works.
All right,
You're a good
That's-
man, Boo Boo.
keep going.
Good man.
All right.
All right, perfect. So you guys are going to kind of go through the airlock and go into their ship?
Yeah.
All right, absolutely. So as you guys proceed in, right, you kind of are going into their ship, and you can hear like sort of a little klaxon going off, right? Life support imminent. Immediate repairs needed. And then you can see like the light sort of flickering and flashing, right? Like there's not, it seems like this is in bad shape, but you don't like immediately see anybody or hear signs of anybody.
All right. So I have my mask on. So he said life support immediately, and so I put my respirator on to make sure I'm safe. Since we have life support, which basically is failing here, so I just like, if we do run out of time, I would be able to get to the ship, or try to help people get to the ship as well. But
Yep.
Anyway, shall we proceed? And all of a sudden, as the respirator's on me, I sound a little bit not as deep as Darth Vader,
Yeah.
but as enough deep to not cause any harm or like make it more sound pleasant rather than
Yeah.
fearful.
Definitely. And Tentak, you and Shadow would both know the shape that this ship is in. Carrying around and potentially firing heavy, blasters might not be it might not be a good idea. There's certainly the potential for more kind of hull damage. So just keep that in mind, that if for whatever reason you guys feel like you need to use guns over here, and there's no indication that that there are still slavers on this ship, but if that were the case,
Be careful.
things could easily go wrong if you start shooting. So
Yeah,
Alright.
I'll actually strap my gun back, and I'll take out my vibro knucklers.
okay.
All right. As he's doing that, like I don't know if my small gun would do like the light, this blaster.
Pull out that lightsaber, baby.
All right. I kind of like. All right, fine. I put the gun on there, and I have my saber in my hand. It's just a hilt right now. I haven't turned it on yet.
Okay.
And basically like, all right, we're ready.
All right, excellent. And so, what do you guys do as you kind of you're in this sort of corridor, and you kind of based on the layout of the ship. I mean, this is a fairly rectangular ship, right? Like you're coming in on one of the sort of docking tubes or whatever. So you would essentially, like, as you come in, if you were to basically hang a left down the corridor, that would send you to the back of the ship, right, where the engines are. The front of the ship would, if you were to hang a right, much shorter distance will bring you kind of up to the cockpit. But right now it's difficult to see. There's those lights going on. The lights are flickering. The klaxon's going off. Life support imminent.
Shadow, you take the Clitonian to the front, figure out what the fuck happened here. I'm going to take Ray to the back. We're going to figure this shit out.
Copy.
All right. So, all right, we're going off.
That's my journal plan.
But I will warn you, splitting up does send if two people or if both of us cause attention and we bring them together, it's gonna be a huge force. If there's anything,
It's okay, Ray. We have me and Cazell can communicate without speaking, so we can. It'll give us a little bit of an advantage here. We can kind of keep things quiet as much as possible.
all right, that seems a little bit better. But also, do you have a comlink at all, just in time?
The only person who doesn't have a comlink right now is Boo Boo. Unless he goes in and gets it back from the Trandoshan.
All right, so basically,
I have the ship though. I have comms in the ship, right?
Yeah,
right, so-
sure. If people are
all right,
connected,
I have a comlink here. Boo Boo. Do we have a comlink as well?
Let me get it from my friend. Hey, friend, give me back my comlink, please. You almost lost it last time.
So right now, like the Trandoshan is literally sort of on the other side of the blast doors. Like you haven't reopened them yet, have you? He's snarling. He's pissed. Like he's
No, 'cause I went back to retie him, so he would have come back.
Oh, you did. Okay, so then in that case, yeah, you would have your comlink. That's not a problem.
Thank you. Next time, don't lose Boo Boo's things.
Nice. Okay, cool. So Boo Boo's back on the ship with Jacek, who's just pacing and complaining the entire time.
Yeah.
And the rest of you guys, two of you are gonna go to the front of the ship. Two are gonna go to the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have the comlink linked up with Boo Boo's comlink, so if I needed to talk with him at all.
All right.
Me and Cazell are going opposite directions, so we can keep in touch through our comms.
Yeah, and we're gonna keep like real tight touch with each other. Like Cazell is gonna describe like each room he enters to Shadow.
Yeah.
Like the typical operating procedure between the two of us, but like setting it now.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're just gonna basically keep each other constantly updated non-verbally.
Okay, absolutely. And go ahead and roll some vigilance for me. So we're going into initiative.
Can do.
Great.
All right. And
Holy shit. Shadow.
let's see. I don't think I have anything set here. All right, good. Well, we got one more here. Alrighty, and blam. All right, let's see what we got. Oh yeah. All right, so just a second here. So as you guys kind of start splitting up, right, and one of you goes to the back, one of you kind of goes to the front, you start to notice movement around you. And as you guys are kind of looking around, you see that there are a couple of sort of figures kind of coming down, and all of a sudden they kind of pop out right in front of you, and you notice that they're weak way, and you see that they throw something at you. So first we're going to go with oh, actually, you know what? Do we got PCs in the first order?
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it.
All right, so whichever PC wants to go, you see these weakway. There's basically a total of 6 of these guys, somewhere various parts of the ship. So let's say we'll go with Shadow and was it Shadow and Tentac went together?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So yeah, one of you guys can decide what you want to do. You see about 3 of these guys.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to, and they I can see the nets, right? Like they're clearly slavers.
They don't necessarily look like slavers. I mean, they're just weak way, but they have these grenades in one hand, and they seem to have like vibro blades in the other hand.
Oh, great.
They look threatening.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. I'll run up to the closest one then, and I'm just gonna punch him in the face.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, that's fine. You can go ahead and make your roll standard 2 difficulty for brawl.
Yep.
He's gonna whack him right in the face.
Uh-huh.
All right, nice. And I'm gonna say because of the lights and everything, it's all kind of chaotic. I'm gonna add a let's see, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna add a setback. And I'm also gonna use one of my dark side points, and I'm gonna upgrade the difficulty on this one.
Okay.
All righty. So whenever you're ready, go for it.
Yes.
I'll take it.
Oh, you know what? My upgrade didn't take, but that's fine. I will just say whatever. So,
And
okay.
And if I hit, I'm also going to activate the concussion.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Absolutely. So let me just see, actually, hold on just a second, because it didn't add my upgrade. I'm just going to roll this real quick here. Did it roll? Okay. So, oh, you know what? So that would have actually, so you would still succeed with a triumph. So that's fine. The results will still come out to the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's fine.
All right, cool. And so it has 1 rank in concussive, so it leaves him staggered for 1 round.
Okay. Gotcha. So you were just like, wham, repulsor fist on him. Okay. And
Yeah.
you said it's 8 points of damage?
Yes.
Wow. All right.
9, because I have my.
Oh, right. Yes, your other thing there. All right.
And
so.
hold on, because the knucklers have qualities too. I didn't have my book last time, so I'm familiarizing myself with the qualities.
Yeah, no worries. So they have
an attack made with this weapon ignores 1 point of soak for each rank of pierce. So it has pierce 1, so
okay, yep.
Ignores 1 soak and vicious.
Yeah, but there's no crit on them, so.
Okay, that's just crit. Got it. Cool.
Yep.
So it ignores.
Okay,
1
fantastic. Yeah, so you punch him, bam, right in the face, and he the weak way staggers back, and this blood starts spurting out from his nose. He's definitely hurt, but he manages to kind of wipe the blood away, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna pay for that." But PC2, I assume Tentac would want to go next, since you guys are sort of together, but you can.
Are we going with either
team? Want to do that?
Well, I was thinking of trying to use the force for.
Oh, hold on. I think I lost you guys here again. My seems to be doing that thing where I can't hear you. So give me just a sec.
Would it be better
this time
to use a move?
Oh no!
If I moved, use my special power to move.
Right,
if I can use the force to move or something like that. like if all of a sudden they did throw a ball at us, we can move that small item that's coming our way.
There we go.
Try to divert it.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Well, as much as I agree with you, that doesn't solve the problem of a grenade going off in this heavily damaged ship.
That's true.
Yeah.
So I missed like everything that you guys said.
That's fine. We were discussing, so you didn't. Really...
Okay. All right, gotcha. So we got a PC up next. I would assume it would be Tentac only because fictionally that makes most sense, but it doesn't have to be.
All right, Tentac.
Yeah, that's
go for it.
what was going to happen. So I will move forward and get into melee with the second one. I also had a vibro knuckler. I basically just swinged my gun back behind on it. I carry it on a shoulder strap for most of the time when it's not in active combat.
Okay.
So I just swing it around and just do a rising slam.
Okay, so with the rifle. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yep. So that's fine.
I have it ready if I desperately need it, but this isn't an opportunity where I want to use it.
Yep. No problem. I gotcha. So standard 2 difficulty that I've set and the same 1 setback dice.
Yes.
For all the noise and chaos.
Oh dang! I still forgot to put weapons in. So my brawl is D. Just a second.
Mm-hmm. Do the knucklers do what? +1?
+1, yeah.
Brawl +1? Okay, yeah. So
brawl +1. So it'll be a total of 4 damage. And
okay.
I'm going to punch a different one than he did.
Yep. That's fine. Absolutely. So yeah, if you want to go ahead and roll your brawl. Okay. So yeah, so you go to swing at him and he kind of brings his like arm up and kind of blocks your punch with his forearm.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's actually going to so he's going to actually come and swing right back at you, Tentac. He's going to try to attack you with his vibro blade here. His vibro knife, I should say. All right, crewmate.
Is it small?
Yeah. So let's see. We're going to do this. They are not going to get a setback because, because, all right, cool. So, and let's see what we got.
Aha.
All right, nice. So he goes to swing at you, right? And just sort of as he did, you kind of maybe like parry out of the way as well. And you kind of block his blow. And so he manages to kind of like, you could feel the knife sort of scraping across you, but the way you manage to move out of the way, it doesn't damage you in any way, shape, or form. So
I picture it. My gun swung back because I kind of like swung it down to get it out of the way for the punch, and then it started to swing back and interfered with his strike.
Yeah, definitely. And so, so he kind of misses there. Now, Shadow, you see that the guy that you engaged, he's kind of hesitating for a little bit because he's mad, but he also got punched in the face. The guy, yeah, what's that?
Really hard.
Yeah, exactly. But the guy next to him, he's actually going to chuck one of his grenades.
Oh, that sounds like a
yep. Yeah, he's definitely thinking that he likes this plan quite a lot. So
also,
these guys aren't big on self-preservation then.
Apparently
with that scenario, is there a way for me to interject if he throws it to try to use a move?
Not yet, because he's acting sort of before you have the opportunity to act. Right. Yeah. Keep in. Oh, by the way, guys, I did put in your what do you call those things? The
the
player aids. Yeah, the player aids. There is player action sheet.
All right, I'll look at it then.
Yeah, pull those up because those will show you like the different maneuvers that you can do and all that. So Yeah, so that can be really helpful. Especially like if you want to, take a maneuver, you want to aim, whatever. Oh, right. So, all right. So he's throwing the grenade. So he's going to, let me just take a look real quick here. What do we got? We got 3. And range light is 3. Okay, wow. So we're going to go like this. We're going to go like that. And Shadow, do you have range defense at all or no?
I do not.
No, okay.
Just soak.
Yep. So,
I spent
oh wow,
on guns. I didn't have enough left for good armor.
nice. All right.
Oh, I like that.
All right. Oh, that's so lucky. All right. So you see what happens. He throws this grenade at you, right? And you kind of, as it hits the ground, you kind of kick it out of the way. Like it lands close to you, but you manage to kick it out of the way. And the grenade just kind of tumbles off somewhere into the ship and doesn't, nothing happens. It doesn't explode or anything. But it's definitely distracted you. You definitely have, this is going to be a little bit troubling for you because the guy that you punched in the face, he's now going to try to attack you with his blade, and he's going to get a boost for that because because you just kind of spent a little bit of effort there to effectively kick the grenade out of the way. So you were like, oh. All right. So let's see. All right. So, and then I think I'm going to use one of my dark side points to upgrade it as well. Because, why not?
Because you're nice?
No, this is Star Wars. There's no nice. All right, let's see. I want this dude. What the hell? Where's my... Oh, here it is. All right. Good. And I got to set a... Oh, he's actually in close range, so he's going to shoot at... No, actually, sorry. Here we go. He's engaged, melee, 2 difficulty, and shot you with the wrong thing. Sorry. Ignore. This one. Whoa!
No.
Oh, nice.
Ouch.
First one.
Don't worry. It's not going to be that bad. It didn't even take my... It's not taking my upgrade. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, good. All right. Phew. I was worried about that. Oh, man, buddy. What are we going to do? All right. So, what's your soak?
2.
2? All right. He's got pierce 2, so you take 4 damage, 4 wounds, because it pierces right through your thing here. I need you to go ahead. I'm going to use that triumph to do a critical on you. So go ahead and on your sheet you can click on it. But I think you need to add 10 to it because it's got vicious 1. So let me just pull up your sheet really quick here. And I'll see where it is on the sheet. I think it's under combat, but let's see.
Critical injuries?
Whoops, sorry. Yeah, critical injury. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to add critical roll offset. I think if you do plus 10 in that field. Yep, now hit roll critical.
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right. Add 1 setback. All right, so yeah, you're off balance. So it definitely staggers you and knocks you off balance a little bit. So on your sheet, go ahead and hit like add critical or whatever. So it'll add it to your sheet. Yep. Oh, did that?
What? Oh, yeah, it put another one on.
Oh, all right. I don't know if it'll let you remove one or not. Let me see. Hopefully it will. I think you can. Yeah, you can. All right, so turn the second one off. I'll do it. There we go. So we just got the one. All right, perfect. Cool. So
The effect slider says on, so I'm assuming it's active.
yeah, yep. So you've just got the one that says on. That should automatically add that one setback dice to your next skill check. So, and then he's also going to use his one advantage there to give a boost. Actually, he's going to give the next PC that acts a setback. So you guys see your companion basically get cut pretty good by this thing. And he's definitely like staggered a little bit. Now we're going to go back to one of the players. So I figure we'll cut to the other side of the room at this point. We'll go to Kazel and Ray. And you guys would also notice that as you're kind of heading down towards the after the ship and towards the engines, that as you're kind of coming into like a little crew compartment, you notice these three guys, these three Weequay, kind of all skulking about, and you see them. A couple of them have grenades in their hand. One has vibroblade. Actually, they all have vibroblades in the other hand. But you notice them before they're able to get to you. So what are you gonna do?
Would you like to take that, Tyler? Because you had an idea, or?
We're in separate areas, so
Well,
I can't.
You and I are in the same area, so.
All right, so trying to access. Alrighty.
I can act right this second if you want to think about what you want to do.
That's true, but then also all three of them are probably gonna start.
I would say if you don't know immediately what you want to do, that's okay. You can always hold your action, and you could let Kazel go, and then depending on what happens, you could always.
I'll hold action for if Olsen had a grenade.
Yeah.
If a grenade
absolutely.
does if the first one I think will beep to successfully explode.
Yep.
I'm thinking I'm trying to push that towards them instead.
Okay. So. Absolutely. So that's fine. So you'll basically hold at this point. And so what you'll see then is whoops, let me see. Oh, nice.
And so I hold the action, but can I also holding the action, can I also draw it? Would the blade come out, or is it not drawn yet?
Yeah, no, all their blades are drawn, definitely.
Would my blade be drawn?
Would you have drawn it when you came in? I know they said, get out your lightsaber, but yeah. But you can use a maneuver to pull out your weapon and activate it.
Yeah, I'll do that
if you want to.
I'll basically, as Neil's character sees my blade happening. Yeah, I just want to. All right, I'll hold my action.
What color is it? Hold on. What color is it?
It's kind of a weird color. Like you have never seen this kind of mentioned color. It's like a rainbow-ish color, but
I've never seen a lightsaber to begin with, so
it's basically sparkling. It's kind of sparkling like as it's shining through. It's like strobing through colors. It's like it goes from red, green, yellow, blue.
So rainbow sword. Okay.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So yeah. So you kind of pull that out and then you just sort of wait. You could also potentially try to get into cover if you want. But if you do that? What that would do then is to act. You to make any kind of roll, you'd have to spend 2 strain. So if you want, you could just stand there and wait and see what happens.
I'll wait. Yeah.
Hey,
okay.
Hey,
all right.
Sam, real quick.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
person who attacked me, was that the one that I attacked?
Yeah.
Did you take into account him being staggered?
Ooh, that's a good point.
He did not.
I don't think I did.
I
You're
did
right, because
not.
that was the one that was staggered.
Yeah. A staggered
All
character
right.
cannot perform actions, including downgrading actions to maneuvers.
Retcon.
Retcon.
Didn't happen.
All right. Well, I'm taking my dark side point back. Yeah. So ignore that and get rid of your critical. He staggered back and tried to kind of recover, but he can't. All right.
So now we have a bad guy on our side, right?
No.
Oh.
He's still, there's still those guys there. He just can't do anything. You guys still have 3. Cazell and Ray still have 3. You guys still have 3. And
That's what I mean.
he just,
It's a bad
Shadow didn't get hurt.
next, right? Like after.
All right.
Also also the Destiny pool did go down by 1.
Yeah, I think I updated it. I should have, because it was showing 3 light side, 2 dark side.
Now it's 2-2 still.
2-2.
Is that
Yeah, there we
showing
go.
3?
Yeah,
and 2
now
now?
it's 2-3 now.
3 dark.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Great. All right. Excellent. So, Whoa! I'm looking at the turn order here. This is like weird. How many PCs do we have in here?
5 or 4.
You have one of your guys, but
What's that? No, but like I don't know. Maybe am I seeing this right? I show like 6 NPCs or 6 PCs in here.
Yeah, you're seeing that right.
yeah,
That's weird.
that is
Okay.
weird. Did we not clear it last time?
What's that? I thought I
Yeah,
did,
I
but
don't know.
maybe not. All right. Well, here's what I'm
Yeah,
gonna do.
something
I'm gonna do this and this, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. I think this is right. All right. So I think the way we do this is we will have. Yeah. Okay. So we should have 3 NPCs, and we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, did I remove 1 extra PC? I think I did. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's add. Let's just do this. Sorry about that. All right. I think we're good now. It says Tentac in there at the bottom, but it's just a PC slot. All right. So anyway, I got an NPC going. So we're on the other side of the ship. We're looking at Cazell and Ray. Ray has basically activated the lightsaber, right? And you're just kind of standing there waiting.
Yep.
Okay. At that, the 3 weak guy definitely look around. They start looking at each other and like, whoa. Lightsaber. What is happening here? And then one of them says, she's just a girl. She's too young to be a Jedi. And they're like, Jedi? What are you talking about? Jedi don't exist. They're not even real. And they're like, listen, we take that. We could sell that. We could make lots of money on Nar Shaddaa for that. Let's get her, boys.
Great.
And they're gonna try to. At least one of them is gonna try to chuck a grenade at you.
All right.
Yeah. So
I am so happy that
So
I don't have doubts that these are the bad guys now.
Oh yeah.
All right.
You had doubts before?
Oh yeah, because we didn't know.
All right.
Yeah. No, that was the point. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna do. Whoops. We're gonna do
Do I
this.
have to roll force die?
Not yet. No. Set this. They get a boost. All right. And you know what? You guys, because I had to retcon. Now I'm going to use my dark side
Let it flow through you.
because I feel like it. Yeah, the dark side is flowing through this place. So let's see. And I didn't put their grenades in this sheet, so I'm just going to roll straight up. Oh,
So
wow.
Cassell has 1 armor, just so you know.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right.
No,
Just throwing it
they're
that way.
going. Yeah, they're throwing. At least one is throwing a grenade at Ray right now.
Okay.
I'll use the force.
All right, give me just a second though, because where is? All right, hold on. I forgot to write this down.
All right.
Because I added this encounter in last minute, which was not smart. Okay. So they definitely hit you. I'm just trying to take a look here at one thing. Sorry, because I forgot to include this. All right. All right. What I'm going to need you to do, Ray, is I'm going to need you to make a resilience check for me. Unless you want to actually, you know what? You can use the force if you want, and you can try to blast that grenade out of the way, because I know you were trying to do that.
I was gonna just I'm gonna blast it out of the way. Basically,
All right.
to make sure it doesn't hit me, or let's see if it actually goes at them.
So, okay, so if you want to do that, then what I'll say is make a discipline check for me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna set a standard difficulty of 2 because
Would she add the force dice to that as well?
no, because what she's effectively doing, I think with the move power, do you have to roll a force dice? I don't think you do. I think you just commit it.
It says one dark or one light to activate the power.
Oh, okay. Then yes, roll your force dice first to
roll
see
it
if
with
you
it.
can. Yeah.
All right.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, just roll the force dice first, just to see if you get in.
Yes!
All right. Yep. You got it. So that's great. So now, yes. Now go ahead and make the I'm going to say discipline check for me, because
Yep.
you're essentially trying to use the force to throw this thing at them.
I'm gonna use a point of light. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. So you want to upgrade it?
I'll upgrade
All right.
it.
Yep. That's fine. Absolutely. All right. And I put in the upgrade for you, so you should be good there.
All right. No, I added in my dark. Never mind.
That's okay. No, we don't have to worry about that. But you still succeeded.
Yeah.
So that's good. So yeah. So you went and the you kind of like maybe I don't know. I almost imagine like you would maybe close your eyes or something and
Yeah.
throw the grenade, and it goes back at them. And you see that they're actually wearing breath masks, which is fortunate. But you see this like gas just kind of coming up. Now you don't necessarily want to get near this gas. You've gotten far enough away that you're not affected by this, but Cazell, you realize that if you kind of engage with them right now and they're in this gas, that might not be a good thing, because it did come from a grenade. You're unaffected right now, but they're actually backing up, trying to get away from the gas, and you'd have to go through it to get to them.
Yeah.
That's fine. Cazell is pretty driven at this point, so I don't think he cares.
All right. So you're going to go through the gas and try to attack them?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, is it possible to get on the other side of the gas, like to the back of them, and slash at them?
Right now, no, because you're in like a small corridor, and so what would happen is you'd have to go through this gas, and then there's sort of 3 of them there, coughing and sputtering and whatever. But yeah, you could definitely do that.
I mean, like, could I basically what I want to do is try to like rush through, slash through one of the guys, like pushing him out of my way to get to the other side.
Get behind them, in a sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so certainly you could do that. Wow, this is really
I'm willing
hard.
to make whatever checks possible, but yeah.
Yep. Go ahead. So first, yeah, you can just use your maneuver to basically run up to them and engage effectively. I'm going to need you, though, to make me a resilience check
Absolutely.
to avoid the effects of this poison. And this is daunting. This is really tough because this is a badass toxin here.
Do you have the dice set?
I do. Are you going to want to use any upgrades
I'm gonna let
on this one?
I'm gonna let it ride. I'm gonna
Okay.
just go for it. Yeah.
All right, do it.
Oh boy.
Ah.
Flat.
All right.
No.
That is super exciting.
No.
All right.
Bad.
So what this is, you've been affected by dendriton toxin.
Okay.
So you're going to take 1 strain at the end of his next turn,
Okay.
and then 3 strain at the end of the turn after that, 5 strain, and so on. You're also, and so keep note of this, you're also going to suffer a setback to any check that you attempt while under the effect of the poison.
Okay.
And each threat that you generate on those checks inflicts 1 additional strain.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you're basically
Oh,
yeah, so you're really hurting at this point. However, you can still move. I mean, you're still up and functional. It's just,
It's gonna wreck my day eventually.
yeah. So what are you going to do at this point? Do you still want to sort of proceed on and try to attack them?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because
All right.
Oh boy.
he's a zealot on this mission.
Yeah. For sure. Okay, great. So you can still run forward, still attack. I am going to give you a setback die.
Absolutely.
And because of the toxin, and I think I'm going to give you another setback die as well, because it sort of like was disorienting, right? You ran through this thing and you're just starting to feel this like muscle spasms and pain. Like it's not terrible yet, but it's pretty bad. So you got 2 difficulty right now, and 2 setback.
So I think I would like to use a light side point on this, unless anyone has an objection.
Nope.
All right.
Go for it.
All right. Yeah, go for it. Perfect. And I've set the upgrade, so you go ahead and roll.
Well.
Wow.
Wow.
Boom.
All right. Perfect. Pierce 2. Nifty, nifty. All right. So you definitely slice into this guy. I actually don't think they're... Let me pull up their soak again. I don't think it's that good. So you might... I don't know. You're not going to take this guy out, but what is it? 7 damage. So you're going to deal 9 wounds.
Yep.
And... Oh, they do have decent soak. All right, Pierce 2. Okay. All right. So yeah, you definitely, like... They see you bust through this gas, kind of slash at him with this huge sword. And it definitely like cuts right through the armor that they have. You can see the one guy is just bleeding. He's in bad shape.
And like, as that happens, Cazella is just gonna like roar out, "Slaver scum have no place in this galaxy."
Yeah, absolutely. And so then what happens is you see this, you actually at first you hear just boots, like, boot dum, 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 coming down, the metal deck plating, and you see this red, flamboyantly dressed Deveronian. He looks to be the captain of this ship, maybe. He's got these horns, he's got a blaster pistol in one hand and a vibroblade in the other.
Great, the boss.
Yep, and he comes up, and he actually he comes right up to you, Cazell, fairly close, and he says, "Welcome aboard my vessel, the Firalis. I am Captain Gideon, and I trust you will find yourself comfortable here. There's no need for any more fighting. Listen, we're simply going to search your vessel for anything of value, bring it back onto ours, and we'll let you go. Should any of you decide to resist, though, paying your share of this customs duty, you will find yourself missing a little more than just your belongings.
Great.
Hey, you're not slavers?
And he looks confused for a moment, and he says, slavers, well, not generally, no. We don't get into that type of business. The huts are better for that.
Coughing up a bit. He's like, he'll go over to the Genkin plant and basically communicate to Shadow, like, hey, we might want to stand down. Do we have anything valuable on board?
I mean, I don't think we have anything of particular value.
Oh crap!
But
No, do not. Oh gosh.
what?
I think. Oh man.
If we don't have anything of value, there's no point in this fight. They're just pirates.
Yeah, but they could still take resources that are scarce in.
Wait a minute. Boo boo.
I'm on the ship. You guys gonna talk to me, or I'm just...
I kind of like I hear this. It's like, hey, boo boo, do we still have that crate? Like whispering it to try to.
You talk about the noodle crate?
Yes, that's the noodle crate. Great.
Put the Trandoshan on it.
Oh, I got the noodle crate right here.
How is a just? I'm just kind of trying to picture this. How's a Toydarian going to put a Trandoshan in a crate?
He's got Jacek.
Yeah, an old man.
Who's surly and doesn't want to help.
Yeah.
Or we could give him a new crewmate to try to, I don't know, take Gracchus, like just
A new crewmate to kill you later. Yeah.
I'm for it. I don't care anymore. Like I don't give a shit.
Are you guys talking to? So what is going on over there? What do you want to know about the crate?
Well,
the captain wants something valuable
I don't like
for us to
being
stand down.
pranked, so I do still kind of give a shit.
The valuable. Hey, we got the little music box. We gotta hide.
Yeah, and as Jacek is hearing this, he is freaking out. He's like, "We got to get out of here." Like, I don't know. Do you know how to fly this ship? He's like, "I can fly. We gotta, unlock from this ship right now and get out of here. These guys aren't gonna just like take some of the value. They're gonna take the ship. They're gonna take everything, and they'll space us. They are pirates. We gotta go."
Hey guys, Boo Boo don't like this. Look, we got a special little box that gets warm when you touch it. We gotta keep it safe. Jacek wants to get out of here. What do you want me to do?
At this point, what I would like to do is I would like to look at the captain, and I want to work my charms on the captain, and basically I want to convince him, like, hey, why don't you come to the ship with us? Sorry for the misunderstanding. We thought it was slavers. I have a thing against slavers. That's fine. You're not slavers. You come to the ship. We'll show you. Everything's good.
All right. Awesome. Yes.
But
oh, go ahead.
But it's like, but leave your folks behind. Because of course you have everything under control here. But I don't think any brute force is needed to be accompanied.
Yeah, so you're just saying, listen, you and me come over. We'll negotiate this. Like, man, this doesn't need to be
A brutal,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
and basically no comrades kind of scenario. Like this, it's not gonna be that threatening.
Hey, you bring him here, Boo Boo work out a great deal. Trust me. Everybody walk away with a big old smile on their face.
Nice.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Alrighty.
So go ahead then and make a charm check. And it's gonna be against
Oh,
3
sorry. Rolled that early.
difficulty. Yeah. So if you can, I do it's 3 difficulty, and there's 1 setback as well because he's definitely not inclined to believe you. Are you asking though, like just the 2 of us? Let's just go over and work this out.
Yeah, essentially.
All right. So applying is sort of appealing to his vanity and saying, we can do this like gentlemen, blah blah blah. That'll get you a upgrade as well, or not an upgrade, but a boost. So
I mean, I'm like straight up flirting with this guy.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, for sure. No, that's cool. Go ahead and roll, and we'll see how it pans out. Oh wow! I have not seen so many cancellations.
Yeah, but we
This
had
is
the
crazy.
first charm roll. I was like, yeah, the
Yeah, but
first
there was
charm
no
roll
difficulty.
Gosh.
Yeah. So he kind of looks to you and he says, Yes, I will go back to your ship. You will stay here with my men. I will check it out. And we will make sure we take anything of value. We won't damage anything, I promise. But
Okay. At this point, I'm gonna
Yeah.
force him on this. Definitely. I'm gonna influence him with the force. Be like, no, come on.
You wanna use
the 2 of
influence?
us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm definitely
What
gonna
the-
dark side. I have a
use
dark
it?
side user apparently. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So you go ahead and use that. All right. Now I have all the dark side points. Sweet.
No.
And
When you
take
think
your
about it,
bonus string.
Giselle, it was not at all uncommon for untrained people to go to the dark side because most people reached out to the force in fear and anger to save themselves from fear and anger and dangerous situations.
Absolutely. Yeah, which is totally fitting. Untrained,
Definitely.
like I that makes sense.
All right. Great. And so at this point, you kind of have to use that to elicit a negative emotion in him. So,
I'm going with like the darkest form of lust. Like, yeah,
Ooh.
just like raw desire.
okay. So, all right. So you're putting images in his head that don't fit with the PG-13 nature of Star Wars. So
Yeah.
Absolutely.
we'll just sort of we'll just sort of fade to black on that. So okay. Interesting.
More at home in the Mass Effect universe.
Exactly. Alrighty, and let me take a look. Remind me again with influence. Is that just allow you to do it, or do you
I
have
can
to roll?
do
Just do it.
I can do a discipline versus discipline check
Okay.
to make him believe it for 1 minute straight.
Yeah. Hold on. Well, it does say actually if the user spends a light side point and succeeds under the control upgrade.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know what? Hold on. Use when guiding and shaping. Emotional state or believe something should last. You know what? That's fine. I'm gonna say you can use either. So yeah, discipline versus discipline. Okay. Let's see.
All right.
Let's see.
Oh, great.
What
This
is
is not going to
his-
bode well with our adventures.
All right, he doesn't. I don't think he's got discipline, so that's fine. So yeah, go ahead and. Oh wait, hold on. Oh shit! I forgot. He's got nobody's fool, so we're going to upgrade it twice.
Oh jeez.
Oh shit.
Yep. All right. Yeah. So it's just a 2 difficulty because he's only got a 2 willpower, but it's upgraded twice because he ain't nobody's fool.
All right.
This guy's been around. All right. And you know what? Fuck it, because you guys deserve another point. I'm gonna upgrade it a 3rd time.
Of course you
Use
will.
the dark side point. So go for it. See what you got.
Oh, no.
Which makes sense because with that stacked against you, there was just no way.
Yeah,
All
that was tough.
Here's what's going to happen. You attempt to influence his mind with the force, right? And for a minute, you can feel, just the way the sultry tones of your voice, and you start to see this sort of look come over his face, and then you see him kind of grit his teeth a little bit, as if he's angry, and he looks to you and he kind of pushes you aside a little bit, and he says, "Enough talking." And he kind of motions to his men, and at this point, like, they're holding like blasters at you, like they will fire on you. And he says, "You make one move, my men will kill you. Now listen, put down your weapons. I will go over to the ship.
You put down
I
your
will
weapon.
take what's mine."
I'll kill your men where they stand if they keep.
What? No.
You can go over there. We're all
Whoa.
putting down our weapons.
Question.
All of us.
Oh, great.
Oh man. All right. So you basically were just like, "No, screw you, Captain. You put down your weapon."
Well, all of us put down our weapons. You can go over there, but we are all putting down our weapons.
He's like, No. This is not how it works. Negotiations are over.
Oh, great.
Down your weapons, or it gets bad for you. And he'll wait one more time and see what you do.
All right.
I'll go to like check in with Shadow, like with. So, what should I do here? Like, should I put down my weapons? They've got us surrounded, but.
Well, meanwhile, you're carrying a lightsaber, and he's been eyeing it a little bit. Like, he's a little bit nervous here, but yeah, he's definitely including you in this conversation as well.
All right. So I will attempt, since one of them still has the grenade, correct?
Oh yeah, a couple of them. And by the way, Tentak and Shadow, you are not privy to this yet.
Right. I'm
Right.
planning on punching some lights out.
Right.
Can I activate one of those? Just like slight, like a slight activation, since it is a move spell. It's like it's a small little click.
So you want to push a button?
Basically.
Real quick, is Boo Boo hearing any of this over the comms, or is he like shut off? I'm just curious.
I think he's still on there. He's still on.
You guys
this
like
whole
holding it, like hot micing kind of thing?
Yeah, basically. Just I feel kind of a danger scenario.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. So you want to use the force to basically like pull the pin out of the grenade that's sitting on somebody's belt?
Yes, basically it's since all of them are pointing at him, but how far away are they? They're not really far. Are they far away?
They're not that far at all. All right. I'll tell you what. Go ahead and roll your force dice for me.
So,
Ah!
as this is happening,
Yeah.
Shadow's Cazel's putting his blade like into the down position, but not like putting it down.
Yeah.
Just like pointing it towards the floor.
I'll use that. I'd probably do a strain or conflict.
Okay, yeah. So here's the thing, right? If you, in this situation, well, you know what? In this situation, I'm not going to give you any conflict because you're sort of trying to survive. So that's fine. Yes, you can do that. Go ahead, though, and... Oh, no, more fun to do it this way. All right. Yeah. So you do that. You can actually activate the grenades, but you understand that what's going to happen because the force is flowing through you, right?
Yeah.
You're drawing on your sort of fear in this situation, and
Yeah.
you get a little bit of clarity, right? The force is like, in a sense, guiding you, saying this will result in people getting hurt, killed.
Yeah.
through
Yeah.
this. So if you wish to use that force point, you can, but you have to spend the light side point. You have to take strain. So you know it's going to be bad if you do.
I'll do it because I've tried. Like I've been captured twice already. I do not want to be captured again. So that's the fear that's going through my head a little bit. So
Okay.
I click it. How much strain do I take?
One, just one.
All right.
Yep.
It's like
All
click.
right. Let me.
Do you want me to use that light side for you?
All right, I'll do it. All right, do that.
All right.
Okay. Let me do something really
I'm-
quick here. All right. I got the
Wait, no,
crewmates.
Because they don't. I don't think the captain's seen me like use the force yet.
No, he has not. All right. Resilience is based on brawn, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
could be a technical defect. You never know, right?
Yep. And yeah, I'm gonna use a dark side point, and I'm going to upgrade these guys' resilience check. All right, let's see what happens.
Ah,
All right.
What? Ooh.
So what this is
Oh,
basically is the grenade goes off, right? And they manage to avoid the effects of this toxin as it just it goes off. They're like backing up. There's all kinds of chaos, right? They're like, whoa, and they're sort of backing away. But
do I give effect of my other compadre to leave that area?
so if Cazell wanted to run, he could. However, what he notices is that Gideon is Captain Gideon is very distracted by this, right? He sees his men, he sees this thing go off. He basically is like sort of frozen, for lack of a better word. He's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
So certainly that could give somebody the ability to act right now if you wanted to.
I would love the ability to head towards their bridge. Oh wait, the bridge is on the other end, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Looks like it.
Ah, shit. So
I would rather try to escape. Would be my.
yeah. Let's run through. Let's just run through and
All right,
get out of here.
Run. We're
Like,
dirty.
are you gonna try to run back to your ship essentially?
Yeah, and I'm gonna,
what we're trying.
I'm gonna say to Shadow, like, evac now, like quietly over the gank implant.
Yes. Awesome. All right, so you guys and so I assume Ray, you're going as well.
Yes. I'm totally saying. I set it off for that scenario. It's like,
Yep.
It's like it's a getaway scenario.
All right.
Let's go.
So you guys are piecing out. So Shadow, you hear this kind of this panicked, evac from Cazell through your gank implant. What are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gang. Hold on, let me check something.
I also with that scenario, I also will tell prep the ship. So I'm trying
Okay,
to,
so you're
I'm
basically on the thing telling Boo Boo like prep the ship, we gotta go.
Yeah,
You don't
like,
gotta tell
not-
me twice.
not the yell part of it. I'm just basically just
going-
telling him as calm as possible as I can. It's like it's a thing. It's like my mind was set to it. It's like, let's go.
Nice. Okay.
We'll get the ship ready. Quickly, come.
It's like we could have offered him, out of character. We could have offered him the transponder. See if he can't maybe leads to a treasure.
Oh,
Yeah,
not the transponder. You mean the map or whatever?
Yeah, no,
yeah,
not the
Jacek
map.
has. Oh.
Not the Jacek has, but there's just spawner on our ship.
I'm too worried about what Jacek has. That's
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
But anyway, never mind.
Kind of hoping I would have some way to distract them, because they got nets and shit.
Shoot the side of the ship as you go.
I don't have a gun. Like I don't have my gun drawn.
I do. I still have mine on my back.
All right. So I'm just all right. I'm gonna heed Cazel's advice, and I'm gonna turn to what's his name, Tantek?
Tintac, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna be like, let's roll cover us as we go back.
Yeah. Glad.
Is it?
I just turn around and start running.
All right.
So
So I'm going to take a maneuver to disengage from melee and swing my gun back into firing position and take a pot shot at the one that got crit.
Okay, you're gonna shoot at one of them. Okay.
Yeah. After I've disengaged from melee.
Yeah, that's fine. So, all right. I'm going to do this. I'm going to upgrade. I'm going to set the standard to difficulty, but there is an upgrade on here. I'm also going to give you a boost dice because they have no idea what's going on the other side of the ship. They are completely caught unawares by this whole thing.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Yep. So, yeah. So you should be good to go.
Nice.
Oh, son of a biscuit. All right. I was hoping for it to
It's son of a biscuit. You should be good.
Right there. Gorgeous.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go very cinematic on this one. So this is like a rifle, correct?
Yeah, a really
Yep.
big rifle.
Does it have what qualities do you have on it? Does it have like auto fire or anything?
No, it's not auto fire. I put it in there. I'm still learning how to use the Roll20 sheets. It has vicious,
Oh.
penetrating. Oh, my book's underneath my laptop. One moment.
No,
I
that's
know
okay.
it has penetrating for sure.
Pierce, you mean?
Pierce that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comes
For
this
Pierce
Pierce.
one.
This Pierce.
Okay. Oh, okay. Not vicious. All right. Yeah. Which most rifles don't have vicious, but okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna say that you take out one of these guys because I think one of them was injured anyway.
Yeah. No, I didn't injure the second one. You're right.
Right. But yeah. So go ahead if you want and describe this kill shot.
So I take 3 steps back, and as I do, the rifle swings back under the arm to come into firing position, and the recoil actually pushes me back a step, just because I'm not in a steady firing position, and it hits the guy square in the chest, and he goes flying backwards and back to the end of the hallway.
Awesome. Okay. Nice. So yeah, he definitely does that, and like the other guys are totally caught off guard by this, but they see Shadow running. He's piecing out, and they're definitely. So you used your maneuvers already. Okay.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to try to come and engage you because at this point they don't really know what's going on, but they're seeing your ally leave.
Yeah.
And although one of them died, they're 2 against 1.
2 to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So, all right, let me do this. Yeah.
Is he able to use his advantages to downgrade them?
Well, yeah, and so you also have a triumph, right? So, what I'll say is, well, how do you want to use that triumph? Can you think of something that you might want to do with it?
I've never used triumph. So how is that higher than an advantage?
A triumph, yeah. So a triumph is something really good, really cinematic, some super advantage that you would get.
You should blow out part of their ship and have them.
Yeah,
suck
can you punch a hole in the hull?
Yes.
Maybe
that would affect you though.
Backwards, hit a control panel and short the blast door.
We're not far enough away to be unaffected by that.
Well, Tentac would be, but no, yeah. Okay, no, I like that. So yeah. So that makes sense. So let's go with that, Tentac. That you use the triumph that essentially they kind of bring down this like blast door right between you guys, like because where you were, maybe it was like you were firing through one of the rooms or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say that's perfect. That makes sense. Yeah. And then if you wanted to, maybe even like you could use that to advantage to like say that like it broke the control panel, so the door will be temporarily jammed.
Perfect.
I love it.
Awesome. All right, cool. And yeah, so a lot of people, just so you know, a lot of people in combat will use their triumph only to crit, because you can use it to activate a critical.
Okay.
But I think using it for something cinematic and awesome is way better. So anyway,
Especially in this instance, because it was a kill shot anyway.
Yeah.
yeah, definitely. So all right, and so then presumably at this point you would then proceed back to the
Turn it
ship.
around,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So you go back.
I know Shadow has the internal comms, and so he wouldn't just run from combat for no reason.
Yeah.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Great. So.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys are heading back to the ship. Are you gonna? Do you want to try to do anything before you get back to your ship, or are you just gonna kind of like, let's get the hell out of
I'm
here?
not sure why we're leaving. I just know that we're leaving.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, look, I'm me personally, I'm just gonna bounce.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Kazel is
Whatever.
heading
I
right
don't know
to
what
the
happened.
gunner ship. You know,
I don't know
like
what happened with Kazel, but I know that he wouldn't have put out the SOS if it wasn't for that, so I'm not gonna waste any time.
Okay.
All right.
Absolutely.
Sorry. Is there a way also for Ray to try to like maybe close the door if I can, or is it next time?
Yeah, definitely. Like if you want to use the force to like, kind of reach out and like, push one of the control panels remotely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and roll your force dice.
God, darn it.
No, don't worry about
Oh.
it. Because I had the difficult. I forgot to clear it. So yeah, you're good. So you get a dark side point.
I'm not going to use this one.
You're not going to use it. Okay.
I was like, there are a couple of doors that are coming down.
Yep.
Correct.
All right. Yeah. Well, yeah. So needless to say, people are chasing after you. But you guys have the advantage. You're booking it. You're like, whoa, and they were distracted, right?
Yeah.
So you guys can make it back to your ship, and you can kind of like, slam the door shut, and maybe like lock it or something from the inside. And as you're doing that, you see one of the thugs like, and kind of like, banging on the door. And I assume, Shadow, you'd probably like run over and like disengage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, are you going to try to sort of make like a clean getaway, or are you just going to pull right off the ship? Just like rip it away.
Rip it away, buddy. Rip it away. Piece of shit. We can do it.
All right, get in the ship, close the hatch, go.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do it properly.
Okay. So then
I don't want to damage my ship.
All right. So then in that case, go ahead and make a piloting check for me. It's only going to be a difficulty. Normally it'd be a difficulty. No, you know what? It's difficulty 1. However, I am going to impose a setback because this is a little bit of a stressful situation. Also, go ahead and take 1 point of strain because you don't want to damage your ship.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
All right, so we have problems here. We've got the signal. We've just got.
We'll worry about the signal later.
Yeah, we got the signal. We've got the pirate captain.
Though, if you turn this thing around, we can shoot at the pirate captain.
That's true.
All right.
It'll work.
Yeah. So you manage to kind of like maneuver your way, you disengage the docking clamps, right? And you guys bring your little like whatever that thing would be like to dock, a little mylar like tunnel or whatever that would dock between, you bring it in and you start to pull away and you see that, their ship was basically powered down, but your sensors would be telling you that they are starting to power up the ship.
Blast them.
Yep. In position.
All right, so you're gonna want to shoot at them. All right, that's cool. One of the things to note is that you guys, they have like 2 major gun turrets on theirs, and they will try to shoot you with one.
Right.
Also, as he's getting on the guns, are you gonna try to like jump out of here, or what do you?
I want to try to jump.
Okay, so
I'm doing a known trajectory that I would have known, because I know that to get off that ship, that planet that I has,
Yep.
it's still in hut. It's still in hut territory.
Well, so you guys, ultimately your destination would be the Pearl space station. So,
Yeah.
and Jacek has the coordinates. It's just that you had to go here so that you could then recalculate the navicomputer. So
Yeah.
you can do that, but because you're jumping basically under duress, jumping into hyperspace, it's a little bit more difficult than
All right.
otherwise.
Go ahead and upgrade that check.
I'm upgrading it. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Let me put an upgrade in there. I'm also going to upgrade it. But you know what? I'm only going to set it at a difficulty 2. However, I am going to impose 1 setback as well, again, because of the fact that like you're trying to do this quick.
Yeah.
Can Ray give him a boost on that?
Well, isn't Ray doing it?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Ray's the one with astrogation. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm all set. You go ahead and roll it and see how we roll here.
Oh, do I get a shot?
Don't worry, I won't
beforehand?
Yeah. So I won't resolve this immediately. But I need to see what the result of this roll is before we do the combat. Okay. Okay, great. Yes. So you start spooling up the navicomputer, and you're going to be able to jump, but it's taking a little bit longer than you would like, because of the everything that your computer and your ship had gone through, right? So so you're like, okay, this is taking a little bit longer. So that means that you're going to basically have 2 rounds before you're going to be able to jump.
Okay.
Oh, great.
So because you guys are going first, I think Josh, you technically have control of the Fear Effect character sheet, right?
Yes.
All right. So you can make the rolls here, but if Kazel is firing, Kazel, you don't have any skills in gunnery, right?
No, I just have 2 green.
I have skill.
Okay, so you just said. Who does? You do in gunnery?
Yeah.
You get
Oh, all
off
right.
time.
Well, so then, yeah,
I
I would
think-
say then it would have made sense that
I didn't think
Tentak.
I didn't think any of us had ranks in gunnery, so you get on the gun.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah,
say that
absolutely.
once we got past the point where people were working with the nav computer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
excellent.
didn't
All
realize any of us had ranks in gunnery.
So Tech
Yep.
basically shoves Kazel out of the seat.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, fantastic. So then, yeah, go ahead then, and if you want, make a gunnery check.
Okay.
The difficulty is still the same, but I assume, do you still want to use the upgrade?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All righty, let's see how this plays out.
And hold on 1 second. I just want to check something real quick.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say this. This is ridiculous that it actually happened. It's like all right, move. All right, I did that. Like as I saw the gas, so I thought it was something not harmful though. Like but apparently it was.
Oh, and they get an additional setback because they have shields as well.
So am I good to make the gunnery check at this point?
Yep.
Just one thing real quick, because
Yeah.
our guns have a quality that I'm looking up real quick.
So Kazel is gonna pass out in the cargo bay at this point because he's like, the gas, my breath.
Yeah. Are you have you exceeded your wound threshold by this point? You think?
No, not at all.
But pretty close, maybe. Because I
yeah,
think it was 1,
so he's
3,
just-
and then 5. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So our guns have the linked quality.
Yep.
And basically that just means that on a successful attack, the weapon deals 1 hit, and you may spend 2 advantages to gain an additional hit.
Yep, at the same base damage, exactly.
Nice.
Yep. So you got to get the 2 advantage, but if you get
So-
it, yeah.
And it's only linked once. It's only linked once, so you can only do that once per attack.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
All right, so
Let's do it.
go ahead, do your gunnery.
Oh,
Nice.
That's all right though. Not bad at all. And what was the damage on the
Our dorsal cannon is 6 damage.
Okay. So 9, 6. All right. Ouch. Boom. All right. Yeah. So you definitely kind of blasted him. And yeah. And so he's definitely like, you can see it kind of, the shields absorb some of it, but you can definitely see it impacting on the hull for sure. And then, all right, let's see. We've got 3 dice. Let me see what this does if I this in here. And Josh, do you guys have shields on your ships? It should say defense.
We have 4 shields and aft shields.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh. Could Josh have done any maneuvers during that point as well?
Well, Josh, no, because it's not his turn yet. However, there is like the aim maneuver. So certainly in combat you can take the aim maneuver to like add a boost dice. And in fact, they're going to do that. But I'm just going to roll this on my sheet here and see what this does. You know what? Screw that. Let's do this. And I want to see if I click this, what it's going to do. I may have to change this. Okay. Oh. Yeah, okay, I messed that up. All right, I'm going to change this. Sorry, because this isn't making any sense to me. The way that the sheets are set up for starships, I don't totally get it. So,
Yeah.
What are you? What aren't you sure of? Or you're looking at your own sheet. But what aren't you? Sure of?
alert, can't find character. Please update character or named NPC and name field. Oh. Okay. That's what it was that I couldn't figure out. I was like, why, when I click roll, why doesn't it work? Okay. Nope, this makes more sense. I've got it. Okay. So what I'm going to do then is, standard here, 1, 2, 3. And we've got 1 setback for the armor. And roll.
I've got 2 the shield. I've got 2 defense on the shields.
Yeah, but it's 1 forward, 1 aft, right?
No, it's 2 forward, 2 aft.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. All right. Okay. Then let's re-roll it, and I'll add another setback in there. All right, that's a little better.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's cool. So they go and they fire at you, and you manage to like kind of dodge out of the way as you're sort of piloting out, and you can see that their ship is much bigger than yours, and it's trying to slowly kind of maneuver its way to try to get into a good firing position. And you're sort of like flying around. Now, one thing I would recommend, Josh, because you're the pilot, you can make a maneuver here if you want. I would take a look at the handouts under the Starship actions. Yeah. Because under maneuvers, especially, you can see evasive maneuvers. Oh, is it all blurry when you try to?
Yeah, it's really hard to see. I just can't zoom in far enough. Right.
Oh, it's lame. All right, so I'll just tell you what it does. I'll update that later. Evasive maneuvers basically is until the end of the round, upgrade the difficulty of all attacks against your ship once. Up to 1 extra time per point of handling of the vehicle has upgrade the difficulty of all attacks that you make by the same amount. So if you're like, I don't care if we blast them, I just don't want to get shot, I would highly recommend you take the evade maneuvers.
Okay, hold on.
Do it.
I
Do it.
wanna. Okay, so question.
Yep.
If my ship has -1 hand,
That means that when you are making a piloting check, you have 1 setback dice.
okay, but
Yep.
but it wouldn't do anything to affect the basic maneuvers
Sorry, what was that?
because it says it wouldn't do anything to affect evasive maneuvers. I just can't upgrade.
Right. Right, exactly.
Okay.
Oh, you know what though? You can't do evasive maneuvers yet because you're not at a speed of 3. If you wanted to accelerate, so you go from 0, you're at 1 now. If you want to punch it, you can essentially take 2 system strain and bring yourself up to speed 3, but that's the only thing you can do for that round in terms of a maneuver.
Okay. Let's see. System strain.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll take 2
Okay.
strain and go up to 3 speed.
Nice. Or what is your total speed? Is it 3 or 4?
Max speed is 4.
Okay, so you could go to max speed if you want. You just take an additional point of system strain. So you're basically punching it to go to full speed.
Yeah. We'll go ahead and go.
Okay, fantastic. So that's cool. And then, yeah, if you guys want, you can fire the weapons one more time at these guys.
Blast them.
I
All right.
will do that happily.
Excellent. All right, go for it.
Yes.
And spend that to advantage.
For linked, yeah, absolutely. All right, great. And so, what was the damage again? 6?
Double checking. Yes.
Ouch. All right. So let's see what we got. All right. Yeah, so it's definitely like you've definitely damaged this ship a little bit. And just as you're kind of, you fire off and you see again, great impact, both, all 4, laser cannons or whatever impact right on the hull. And you see, sparks flying and whatever. And then you feel this lurch, as you kind of jump into hyperspace and you manage to get away.
Man.
So you've survived Captain Gideon the pirate trying to steal your ship.
And hopefully crippled theirs.
Yeah, a little bit anyway, for sure. And so they have, you've effectively made it, you've completed your second objective, which is to get here, make the jump to the Pearl. So you're on your way to the Pearl at this point.
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. And so that's the sort of official end of this session. When we pick it up next Saturday, we will make it to the Pearl, and we will see if Jacek and his contact are what they say they are, and if they're going to be able to provide you guys with the location to this supposed Hutt planet where this great treasure exists.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's get to
All
the
right,
money.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, that was fun. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here, and we'll go ahead and do XP. And if you guys have any questions, we can do that. But before I do that, if you guys want to have any kind of like outro scene for your character, feel free to do that.
So-
Maybe how they react at this whole thing.
Basically, how I react is like, I'm kind of happy that we were able to escape. I'm sad that that I hurt someone, but I'm also happy that I was able to put in the navigations so quickly and so efficiently to be able to make this light speed happen before we damaged our vehicle.
Yeah,
It's like,
definitely.
so just a sigh of relief as we like jumped to speed. It's like, oh my goodness.
So everybody, I
Yeah.
guess, in the small craft would be able to hear kind of like Boo Boo muttering to himself, "We got the huts, the Empire, and the pirates. Oh, this money better be worth it. Boo Boo not liking this. Oh, sir."
Nice.
And then I just kind of lean back in the gunner's chair as I look out at the particles of space travel passing by, and with a big grin on my face at my accomplishments for the day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Shadow gets pretty singularly focused on the task at hand, so he is very focused on getting her asses out of there.
Yeah, for sure.
So as Cazell sort of like does like the final like passing out to like black, he's just like Ray weakly as he just like collapses.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
medic.
exactly.
I don't know how I can. I don't think. Is there a way of doing a menace?
Well, you-
check?
Yeah, for sure. If you have a med pack, and we can resolve that later. But
I don't think I have a
yeah.
pack, though. That's the
All right.
sad part.
Nice. Yeah. Well, we'll take a look at that later. Eventually you'll be fine, but yeah, and you'll have a little bit of time to resolve that. Okay, excellent. Well, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and end the broadcast here, but next Saturday, probably around 8:30 p.m. Eastern time, we'll pick it up for session 3. I suspect that we will probably have a 5-session run. But we'll see kind of how it goes next week, and we'll go from there.
All right.
Good.